All right, we are back from the break, and there are two chambers to search, or two chambers with chests to open. Go ahead and zoom in a little bit. Did you want to search? You wanted to search the open the personal chest first, I think it was.
Is SARS room? Yeah, personal one.
Okay. You do have his keys, so that will work. And you use that, open it up, and in addition to personal items, you find some sacks of coins.
1 second.
All right.
I'm writing this in. Do you want to use... No. Hang on. Questioning how this is put on here. Alright, but yeah, alright. Go on.
674 bronze pieces. 884 iron pieces. 434 steel pieces.
Sorry, repeat that one.
434 steel pieces.
434 steel. Thank you.
That's what you find in there.
680 iron, yeah?
674 bronze. 884 iron.
Yeah. I was missing the fours. For some reason I was putting zeros. Alright. 674 bronze, 684 iron,
884 iron.
Oh. Alright. 884 iron. That's a good thing I'm checking. So.
Yeah.
Is it just monetary value?
Yeah. No other items in there of value.
I searched for secret compartments.
Okay.
See if it's hollow, move it.
You do not find a secret compartment in that chest.
Was there anything else? We do a general search of the room.
Yeah, nothing else of particular value in here.
Anyone else got anything to say? Otherwise, I'm going to go into the next room and search the chests.
One thing I want to know is this door over here unlocked?
It is unlocked if you want to open that up and take a look in there.
Yeah, I'm going to open up and take a look in there while he's looking over there.
Okay.
I'm just doing storm boxes, search for traps, and opening them.
Alright, so, Lafdul, while you're searching for traps on those, Ockar, you check out that room. That is another Minotaur crew quarters. Searching through that, you'll find the Minotaur's crew wealth of 34 bronze pieces.
1 second. Love, are you writing that in because you've got it highlighted? Because I can't write in that. No, there we go. So 34.
34 bronze pieces.
34 bronze, yep.
45 iron pieces.
44, 45.
45.
45 iron. Yep.
And 88 steel.
88 steel. Yep. Anything else?
Nope.
Alright. And it's all crew room number 3. Sorry, I'm just updating this, but someone wants to lead while I'm doing note taking.
So I'm
rolling. Stuff that was in here?
I'm sorry, Ockar?
So was that the stuff in the chest he was unlocking, or in the Minotaur?
No, that's it. That's in the Minotaur crew quarters.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I've marked them. Minotaur crew number 3. Crew room number 3.
All right. While the rest of the party has searched those, Lafdul, you've not found any traps on any of those chests.
Yeah, sorry, then, armory. That'd be an extension of the... how many strong boxes were there?
I didn't specify.
Oh. Alright, so I don't need to specify which box,
Nope.
extra boxes they come from. Strong box containing, which I'll allow you to fill. Tell me.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're gonna open them?
Yeah, I'm opening them.
Okay. So you open those chests, and they are filled with coinage, some gems, jewelry, stuff like that. Altogether, you will find 3,834 copper pieces.
3,834?
Yep.
Copper? Yep.
4,624 bronze pieces.
4,000. No,
4,624.
4,000. Yeah. Yeah, next one, please. Thank you.
500 foreign silver pieces.
504.
500 foreign. Like, these are out-of-sphere silver pieces.
Oh. Silver pieces.
So keep in mind that these are the exchange rate. Well, the exchange rate is to bronze pieces, so you can treat them as the same thing. Give the when you're doing your division of treasure to the Star Knights and the Octave Arcane, you can keep the silver pieces, give them a commensurate more amount of bronze pieces in exchange.
Yep.
Because they're not going to care about silver pieces from out of sphere, because they're staying in Kryn space for the time being.
Right.
You also find 325 iron pieces.
20.
3 to 5.
3 to 5. Iron. Yep.
98 foreign electrum pieces.
Yep.
And again, since that's commensurate with iron pieces, you can keep those and give the others more of the iron pieces. 5,899 steel pieses.
5,899 steel.
Mm-hmm.
5,899 steel.
Correct.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. 1,136 foreign gold pieces.
Sorry, can you repeat that one? 1,000.
1,136.
1,136 steel.
No, that's gold.
Gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Thank you.
And 409 platinum pieces.
Can I just double check the figures with you?
Sure.
3,834 copper.
Mm-hmm.
4,624 bronze.
Mm-hmm.
504 silver.
Nope, 500. 500 flat.
Oh, 500. All right. I'm going to check that one. At 500. Where am I? 329 iron.
325.
325. Sorry. Yeah. 98 electrum.
Mm-hmm.
5,899 steel.
Yep.
And there's two more categories. 1,134 gold.
1136.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm misspeaking.
It's okay.
Yeah, I've got a lot of distractors going on. That's why I'm getting a lot of these wrong when I'm entering them, and that's why I'm double checking. 409 platinum.
Yep. I mean, it might be worth asking someone else to write down the numbers in that case. Just because you're searching doesn't mean you have to be the one that writes down.
I mean, if someone would, that would help. I am doing it, but obviously, yeah, I'm very distracted at the moment.
Do you want to finish this room? I'll do the next room.
Yeah, I've wrote that one up.
The good news. the good news is that the rest of the stuff is gems and jewelry, which I'll give you the descriptions after the
So
after
say
the
bags
game.
and gems, jewelry.
I'll read them off, but you can just write down whatever
Oh.
you want, and I'll give you the full descriptions afterwards.
Shit.
So there are 3 small transparent apple green stones, 2 small polished fire opals, 7 small polished and flawed milky white stones with golden fan-shaped inclusions, 11 small faceted golden yellow stones with flaws, 8 translucent vibrant cyan faceted stones, 9 yellowish orange faceted gemstones, 11 small polished teardrop shaped transparent stones, 10 clear faceted bar shaped stones, 3 transparent magenta faceted stones, 5 small polished cabochon stones of an orange hue with spangles and sparkles within.
Yeah, seems like their money hold room.
Yeah, yes, that's exactly what this room is. I mean, it also has spare weapons and armor and equipment and stuff like that too. And then jewelry. There's a thin gold ring of elvish design with a band-like overlapping leaves. A pair of silver dwarven beard braid bands. Silver ring with carved carnelian in the form of griffin. A silver chalice covered with moonstone and sunstones. A pair of gold earrings with dangling onyx stones. A silver bracelet with polished jet. Silver lady's hairnet decorated with small polished lapis lazuli stones. Gold necklace with a large teardrop faceted citrine. Silver bladed decorative dagger with mother of pearl hilt. Gold bearded pectoral with carnelian, lapis lazuli, and jet beads. A platinum bracelet with polished star rose quartz stones. And a decorative rapier with a gold basket hilt, pearl pommel, and rubies on the quillins. Now, one thing that you could do is the Star Knights and the Octave Arcane are, the Octave Arcane especially, as adventurers, they can appraise things as well. If you want them to go over and get the values of these things, I can just put that in. That would make it easier for you to decide who gets what.
I don't mind. Sure.
Okay. Any objections?
No, I trust them.
I mean, I'll be there with them to be a representative of our interests, obviously.
And
Because I
if
do
you
appraisals.
okay, so if you want to work with them, then what I would say is that between the 3 groups, you'll have no failures and you'll get the values, and then I won't have to do any rolling or anything like that.
Yeah,
You can easily
that's
decide. Okay, so then after the session, I will actually paste in the descriptions with the values.
Okay.
So, is this door over here locked?
Let's finish up here first.
Okay.
So is that satisfactory to everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So then after the like in between this session and next, you'll need to decide what you're keeping and what what they're getting and everything like that. Okay. So Ockar, you're checking that door up there.
Yeah.
Okay, that door is not locked.
I'll open it.
Okay. All right, those are crew quarters. There are stacked bunks for, you'd guess, a total of 10 people, humans.
I'll search the room.
Okay. Someone ready to write down the money?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do I need to write anything other than crew quarters?
I'll write crew quarters. Oh.
already
Crew
written
quarters. Yeah, I was just thinking a way to differentiate. I just write crew quarters 1 because if we got the values of that room, then God knows which room it is.
While you're talking, you could free up the cell so somebody else can actually enter the dwelling.
I was going to type
Oh
it.
dear.
Do you want to type it? Go on.
I
you
don't
can type
care
it.
as long as it's done.
Yeah, he said he was doing that, and I was clarifying because he had a question.
Okay.
Do you want to type it or am I typing it?
I said I don't care. You
Okay.
want to type it, you go ahead. But let's go
Yeah,
ahead.
Braxon already said that he'd do it, so. Alright, so in there you find 112 copper pieces.
1112.
No,
112 copper pieces.
78 bronze pieces.
78 bronze.
13 iron pieces.
13 iron pieces.
And 46 steel.
6 steel pieces. That's it, yeah?
Yep. You don't find any other things of particular note, just personal possessions of the pirate crew.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Anything else you want to do in that room?
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to do in that room?
Just heading over to the next room over after investigating.
Okay. Okay, that chamber is also crew quarters.
Searching.
Searching through their stuff there, you will find 79 copper pieces.
79 copper pieces.
85 bronze pieces. 85. Yep.
Bronze.
7 iron pieces.
7 iron pieces.
And 71 steel.
71 steel pieces. I may screw up the name of the cell. Come on. Right, you do anything else, Ockar?
Then I guess I'll go check this room, or I guess the room where Lafdul isn't standing.
Okay. Once again, more crew quarters. Searching through there, you will find 130 copper pieces.
30 copper pieces.
16 bronze pieces.
16 bronze.
41 iron pieces.
41 iron pieces.
And 52 steel.
52 steel pieces.
Okay, next room.
Okay. And once again, this is the last of the crew quarters on this deck. And inside here, you will find 99 copper pieces.
99 copper pieces.
A very nice 69 bronze pieces.
69 bronze pieces.
20 iron pieces.
Got her, Braxon.
So 20
iron pieces.
20 iron pieces.
And 60 steel.
And 60 steel pieces. Yeah, to resist doing a Bill and Ted impersonation.
Nice.
So, the only other thing on this deck is stairs that go to the lowest deck on the craft.
Yeah. Let me quickly go in the rooms.
Yeah, if anyone wants to reveal stuff on their map, they can go ahead and do so.
Oh, I'm stuck in the room now.
What was in this room?
Those were Minotaur quarters.
Oh, yeah, there was a third. Yeah. Sorry.
I mean, if you're having trouble getting out of the room, you can go out into the hall. I mean, the walls can
Yeah, I was trying to.
cause you problems. So,
I couldn't fit through the doorway.
I'd say
Right.
we should keep going downstairs.
Yep.
all right, let me move you, Lafdul, real fast, and Leva, I'm gonna move you so I can just grab you all at once.
Oh. Oh, do we have to take care not to see the symbol?
No, because you're at the lowest level. It's basically practically resting on the floor of the cave,
Right,
and
so it's above our heads.
it's not only above your heads. The ship is blocking the way. The dock out there is blocking the way. So you're fine here. I would have said something if that was the case.
So the floor here, which is normally the ceiling,
Yeah.
where this is flying at spelljamming speed, is this sort of like concave
Yes.
or
Yes.
right?
Yeah. So you're walking on the curved outer hull. This chamber is it's the steerage deck. You're somewhat familiar with the octopus plans, Braxon.
Yeah.
And this has been modified. There is a ladder leading to a hatch, which would normally be on the ceiling with reverse gravity, but is currently on the floor.
Yeah.
Because this is basically resting on the ground, it doesn't lead anywhere. But there's also a docking mechanism. Give me an intelligence check, please.
Okay. Oh. I nearly rolled a D200. Right. Oh.
Okay.
That went twice.
So, you realize that this is a docking mechanism set up to allow easy transition between this ship and another ship, probably the eel.
Right. Braxon to tell everyone. It looks like this might have been put in so they can dock with the eel.
And this deck is, in a lot of ways, it's an observation deck. It's also kind of clearly set up so that crew members can come here and relax, watch space move by, that kind of thing. But there's also a lot of spare cargo and weapon ammunition, that sort of thing, stored here as well.
Yeah. Does this door look like it's waterproof?
No.
Right.
No. This ship cannot land in water.
Okay.
So there's nothing else of particular note, but you can call some crew down here to...
Yeah, we'll get some crew to check that, move it.
Yeah.
Okay, so which way now?
So I'll move you back up to the cargo deck, and then you can move up to the deck up above. So you make your way back up, and let's see.
Can we go further up?
Yep. Give me a second.
One more.
There we go. Alright, so you're all over here now.
Yeah, let's unlock the corridors.
You can look around at the currently open rooms, the hallways, and everything like that to reveal everything. And then when you're ready, let me know what you want to search first. You have not fully searched either of the 2 open crew quarters, by the way.
Okay. Let's search the open rooms first while Lafdul's checking the other rooms for traps. Unless
Well,
they look
this-
hostage.
Well, you might
This
still want him
room-
to. You might might want him to search for traps in some of the open rooms.
This room I'm particular about because there was the orc that came out this room. We've gotten. Are we resting
No, you have not rested
at
yet.
some point? No,
I mean,
no,
you're going to
no,
rest
no.
at some point.
The
There's-
question to the party.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Basically, I'm considering using thought capture in that room. Obviously, this would be the next day. The more we walk around in that room, the less chance I'll get something useful.
So you want everyone to avoid that room? We can do that.
Minimalistic, basically. I mean, he came out of the room. Obviously, he took the valuable stuff and he just teleported away. But he might have had to think of a certain place or somewhere, and I'm hoping I might be able to pick that up with my thought capture.
Okay. Why don't we put a mark on the room saying that we don't want any crew in the room?
It's not a guarantee, but there's a chance.
I know, I know. But if you want to do that, let's mark the room off that nobody goes in there until you've had a chance to prepare that spell and use it.
It was, yeah. Obviously, this is only under the consideration that we obviously get a chance to.
That's fine.
such a thing.
Worst case scenario is we lose a bit of treasure.
I mean, this is also treasure that we might be splitting up with the other party, so I assume we won't do that until at least 24 hours.
That's fine. We'll let them know that you've got a spell, and they'll be happy.
Lafdul, would you mind marking the room you actually meant?
Yeah.
Is it the one down here,
It's up.
or is it the one up here, or not?
That one. Can you see that?
Is that the room that Leva stood in to?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've already been in that room.
I mean, the
but
idea
we've
is
done
to
it.
not contaminate it more than it has been, basically. That's all I'm
How
getting at.
about we start over in this room then, where I am, and we can just go kind of clockwise, or we could start over here in the Helm Room and then go clockwise from there.
It's up to you guys.
That would leave your room last.
Hmm.
You
Should we
okay
do
with
the
that?
Helm Room first?
Yeah. Sorry, I am very distracted. This room up here, the torture room. Have I missed?
Well, we can do the Helm Room first and then go to the torture room.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, think of it as the phase of a clock. This is 12 o'clock and we're going.
Yeah. I just couldn't orientate myself because I couldn't figure out where you were. That was all.
All right.
Same here.
So, the Helm Room is pretty much as you left it. There are the shattered remains of the crystalline spiders. Those are rock crystal. You could collect up those if you wanted. I mean, rock crystal can still be cut into gems.
Mm-hmm. Yes, please.
Okay. And, of course, if you need any rock crystal or other things for spells, then they might be useful for that.
Braxon's going to quickly assess how much rubble there is and go back down to that one of the crew quarters and get a sack.
You guys have. I mean, you've been adventuring for years. I'm not going to nickel and dime whether you have sacks or pouches on you at this point.
Okay.
That's for when you're first level. You can easily get some stuff. I don't always need a specification like that. It's okay.
We're not out in the wilderness, so
Yeah.
we're on like several ships.
And you have access. You have access to your ship too. I mean, it's right now hovering outside of the cave, along with the Octave Arcane.
In the storm. Is the storm abated?
It's raining. It's not storming, but it's raining.
You know what would have been a nice spell at early levels that would have helped us. That would have helped with Solas load. Tensor's floating disc.
It's a spell the wizards could learn if they wished.
So the only thing of note otherwise, you've already searched the corpses, is the helm itself. And it's fairly nondescript.
Mm-hmm.
It is upholstered, so it would be comfortable to sit in for an extended period of time, but it's otherwise fairly nondescript.
We assume it's a major helm by looks, but if it's powering a 70-ton ship.
It has to be either a major helm or something else with
Yeah.
that power. So yeah.
How about this room down here?
Assume.
Uh,
Well, first, is there anything else that anything in particular that people want to look at in the helm room?
Braxon wants to see if there's either secret compartments below the helm for spellcasters to get scrolls and stuff from, or if there's a chart room, like charts in tables and stuff around the room.
You do not find any secret compartments in here underneath the helm, and there are no charts stored in this room. What was that?
Shelves?
There were shelves, but those shelves held the crystalline spiders.
Oh,
Is the wall of force still here?
At this point, no.
Yeah, it was temporary.
And the wall of ice is gone as well.
It's all wet. Or does it disappear?
I think it does melt. So yeah, it is wet.
Ooh. Yeah, you can make ice for that. I mean, water.
Well, it takes a really long time, and a lot of it does evaporate. But again, like any of those spells that create ice can be used. If you have a spell that needs ice, right after someone's cast an ice storm or a wall of ice, you can always get some chunks of ice. Ockar, taking a look at that room, that is the captain's day room. It is also the navigation room. However, you do find some star charts.
Okay, I guess we'll want to collect the star charts.
Braxon, do you want to look at them first?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah, look at them first.
Braxon, do you have navigation?
Hang on, he's got one of them.
You got the Floodstone one.
Yeah, he was learning them both.
Because we got the owl to. Speaking of, can we call him over?
No, let him
he's
check.
got Phlogiston. Okay. He's got Phlogiston navigation, but not.
Roll it anyway because these are charts.
Yeah.
And this is more to let you know. Okay, so at a glance, you're able to identify the spheres. They have a couple charts of Kryn space. And these charts do detail the pirate port locations that you've been to. They don't, other than major ports, they don't note down anything else. There's either places that you've heard of or suspect exist, and places that you've been on these. The only other chart of note is a chart of gray space.
Ooh.
There are some markings on it, but but no writing. Like someone has clearly used it to. Someone clearly used it to navigate in there, but they didn't write down where they were going or why. Finn?
Braxton looks over his shoulder for Finn.
Yes?
I think this is your sphere.
Then I'll have a look.
So you said there were some markings on there?
Yeah. Markings in the grinder. It's it's the kind of markings that you would use to navigate to a location, but there's no indication of why someone went there.
So Braxton's going to point them out and say, we might need to check with another chart, see if these are asteroid ports in the grinder, or they might be pirate ports. Anyway, we can check that later. Maybe we'll go to Grace Bay sometime. Does
real
Braxon
fast,
know
real fast,
if-
real
Yeah,
fast.
sorry.
Finn, you don't have any wild space navigation or anything like that?
No, I don't.
So yeah, like you know the basic layout of the sphere, and you could tell some people that certain places are in the grinder, major ports, trading ports, that kind of thing. But you couldn't look at a chart and say, "Oh yeah, it's right here." So this doesn't help you identify whether they were going to a port that you know or going someplace else that you don't know from the chart.
Braxon hesitates and says, "I suppose we could ask the Celestians about the sphere. Might need someone else to ask. They don't tend to get on with my religion very well. Bit of a strange religion."
All right, there doesn't appear to be anything else of note in this room. So what do you guys want to do now?
We searched it generally for secrets because this is like seems like a suspicious room. We just poke some of the walls or stuff.
All right, you
Least
search
floorboards.
you search the room. You do not find any secret compartments.
Alright. Worth a shot. We carrying on with clockwise. The torture room.
Okay.
I swear there's going to be magical instruments in here. I want to go in here with detect magic at some point.
So you have been in there. You've given it a glance over. Let's see. There is a cabinet in here as well that is locked.
I search for traps.
Okay. You do not detect any traps.
I try the Zixchiel's key first.
Okay.
One of them set.
Her second key does work on the cabinet.
Hmm.
So you go ahead and open it.
Up. Yep.
Okay. This cabinet has a variety of things that can be used both in healing and injuring people. Needles, thread, bandages, stuff like that, but also lots and lots of knives, blades, that sort of thing.
Tools.
Yep. You do find some sacks of coins.
Oh.
Let me know when someone is ready to take that down.
I believe someone has it
I think
highlighted.
Braxton's been the one doing
Yes.
that.
Braxon?
Leva's got this one.
Someone else is in the cell.
Leva's doing this one.
Okay, Leva.
Yes.
124 bronze pieces.
Mm-hmm.
113 iron pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And 477 steel pieces.
Mm-hmm. That's it?
Money-wise, yes.
Okay.
You also find a total of 12 blocks of golden brown incense.
Do we know what it's for?
No. I mean, besides burning.
Could be like when you find like magical candles, this might be something that aids recovery or makes people more receptive to talking.
Could Leva find out with alchemy what it is?
No.
Oh, pity.
Good Finn with his ability to identify plants and herbalism.
No.
Ha! How about cooking?
No. I mean they're incense, so they're either for they could be for purifying or for making the room smell better, which you can imagine might not smell very good at times.
Especially when you're torturing people.
There's also a very old ornate mahogany box in here, and carved onto the sides of the box are registers with figures that you think are warriors, wizards, priests, rogues, that sort of thing. And it just has a simple latch, not a lock.
Search through it traps. I don't.
Okay. You do not detect any traps on that.
No, I lift it off the ground. And just seeing if I can absorb, see if it's touched.
You can take it out of the cabinet. Yeah.
Alright, yeah. Alright, I just open up.
Okay.
Yes.
Inside are a number of small white ceramic jars, and you recognize there's a missing spot, and you recognize that one of these jars was on the Zixchill. Let me check to see how many there are. Give me a second.
Oh, what do they call that? Is it Majeur's ointment in this sphere or something?
There are 5 jars in here with a spot for a 6th. No, it is not Kyotom's ointment. You can try opening one, looking inside to see what's inside. You have not done that.
Sure.
Okay. 1 through 5.
How about the one the Zixchill had?
Okay. Give me a second.
So are you done with that
Hold on.
room?
Nope. I'm looking something up. Let's see. So you unscrew the cap on that, and you realize it's a little jar of paint.
Single white small ceramic jar.
Yeah, inside that one is green paint.
No, but that's posted all the way at the top because it was on that person.
Oh, okay.
I'll amend it to say green paint.
Can you
Contains...
do that?
Yeah, I've done it.
Looking at it, okay.
Contains green paint.
Yep.
So what about the others? Do they contain paint too?
Well, without opening them, you can assume that they contain paint. That's a reasonable assumption.
Okay.
Yes, I wouldn't put it past some people to draw tattoos on themselves, magical effects or something.
Can symbols be sort of made like that?
Well, without knowing what the paint is or is for, I mean, anything that you can think of paint being used for is a possibility.
Is it just normal paint? Could Leva find out with alchemy whether it is
Later.
just normal paint?
It's a small jar of paint. I mean, like this is not enough to paint a room. It might be enough to paint a small figurine or something of that nature. So beyond that, anything else is going to be a wild guess. And no, you can't use alchemy to figure that out.
Okay.
You can't use identification on regular mundane items, can you?
You can. It may give you some information.
Something to bear in mind, that's all.
Lastly, there is a thin glass vial with a bright mustard yellow liquid inside. And this is not inside that box, this is just inside the cabinet.
What was the color of the
Mustard
thin?
yellow.
Mustard yellow, thank you.
I searched that cabinet for secret compartments.
Okay. You do not find any.
Nothing behind it, no. Alright. Next room, I guess.
Alright. Going down to the next one. Let me get over. I'm not going to worry about going into these rooms in the symbol right now, just because you guys are aware of it. You're going to take the precautions. I'm not going to nickel and dime you about it. Alright, so, that next chamber, again, you're especially with this, you're realizing that most of these chambers are probably officers' quarters at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that you would also conclude that the hanging net thing in that previous torture room is some sort of Zixchil bed.
Hmm.
You know, now that you've realized that, oh, these are probably all quarters, that's probably the Zixchil's quarters, that must be the bed there, so...
It must smell horrible right next to the Helm Room. Or
The room smells pretty
torturing.
good. No, the room smells pretty good. Obviously, she does something to keep it smelling good. I mean, it was like the table was immaculately clean. There was no dried blood on that at all.
Someone loves their craft.
Oh, yes.
I can appreciate that.
In fact, hold on a second. I don't recall if you would have found it on her, a holy symbol. Give me a religion check there, Lafdul.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if I'd recognize the religion over a 60.
That's why I'm telling you to give me a religion check.
Religion.
Okay, with an 8, I will give it to you, because it's not elven religion, but it's something that you might know, but it is something from your home world.
Oh?
Double check the description here. Give me a second. Okay, I don't want to look for it. Yeah, she was a priest of Leviathar.
Oh, I thought I recognized the caress spells.
Yeah. I think, especially in her room, you would have seen some symbology that you would have recognized.
I thought it was a sorceress that was also a priest of her as well. I didn't realize it was a Zixchil. Because it's the way the sorceress was casting those caressing spells.
No, the sorceress never cast anything like that.
Oh.
The Zixchil did.
Yeah.
All right, so this next room, it is decorated in a distinctly Nordic style, but it's fairly simplistic, simple comfort kind of thing.
What that I'm in front of?
No, the one that you moved away from, the middle one.
Okay.
The one that has not been searched yet. Looking around that, Ockar, you would realize that was probably Vringer's chamber. You notice some personal possessions around there that you recognize. So in addition to a simple but comfortable bed and some furniture, you do find a chest as well. You do not have the keys to this room. You had to use a master key to get this door open.
They were the two bodies we haven't gone after yet.
Okay, so I guess we'll have Lafdul take care of those chests while I check the next room.
Sure.
Are you searching for traps on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Usual for. Oh, we might want to. Someone grab the key. It's going to be outside. I won't open them, but I will set the traps.
Well, you have to go up to the next deck to go outside and get the keys.
I'll leave this room. We'll come back to this room because I don't have the keys for that room.
All right, so you go to
Use the master key on the next room.
Next one. Do you want to use the master key, or do you want to use a different key? Like go through the
master
keys?
key.
Well, if you use the master key, then you don't know whose room it is.
I mean, Lafdul's the one who has the keys right now, so...
Okay, then use whatever key you want, Lafdul.
I go through every key until I find one that opens. Other
Okay.
than the master key. And obviously that would be last.
How
about
this is Hrollgang's room, because that's the key that works.
Braxon, what are you doing in here?
What am I doing in here? It's a corridor.
How did you get in there?
How did I get in the corridor?
You're in the room.
No, I
in
don't
the
see
room.
him. I don't see him.
I'm in the corridor.
He's here.
He's here.
Yeah, look, I'm just moving.
Yeah, but there's a door here. How did he get through the door?
I'm not seeing him in there.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I think your roll 20 is might have glitched or something.
Well, now we see him in the hallway, but he was in here.
Yeah, I also saw him in there.
I mean,
Magic.
viewers can tell me if he popped in there for a second, but I did not see him in there. I mean, I was looking at my descriptions and stuff like that, but I did not see him in there. I think your Roll20 bugged out a little bit.
Braxon
It happened to two of us at the same time.
Braxon looks at Lever and says, "Have you cast that mirror image spell on me?"
What?
In two different countries.
Lever looks at him and says, "What?
Well,
are you talking about?"
I don't think there's any real thing to worry about. It's just it's clearly a bug.
I was just joking.
We'll look around in Hurlgang's room.
All right. Like Vringer's room, it's also decorated in a Nordic style. Makes you feel a little bit homesick, maybe. Ockar.
Appreciate their taste.
There are battered shields and weapons hanging from the walls. You'd recognize this as trophies. Probably people that he's faced and fought in personal combat. None of them look particularly valuable, just, personal mementos of people that he fought kind of thing. There is some combat training equipment in here, stuff for cleaning weapons and armor, and a chest next to the bed.
Did he have any keys on him when I searched him before?
Yes.
Okay, we'll use that key.
All right.
Do you want me to search for traps, or you just open
Search for traps first.
Alright. I search for traps.
You do not find any traps.
All yours.
All right. So you open up the... Well, I mean, so you give the key over to Ockar so he can open it?
Do you want me to
all the
open it,
keys
or
were
do
given
you-
over
Go
to...
ahead,
All the keys were given over to Lafdul.
Yes.
So.
Alright, now I will open it up.
Okay. Inside that chest, in addition to some personal effects, you find 117 copper pieces. $87 bronze pieces. I'm sorry?
Nothing. I was just realizing I was muted.
Oh, okay. Did you get those two?
87 bronze? Yes.
Okay. 233 iron pieces.
Mm-hmm.
289 steel pieces.
Nice. So that's 117, 87, 233, and 289.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I guess this room down here then.
All right.
If there's something else to look for, I guess I would take a look around Hurlgang's room for like any compartments or anything, and then head on.
Yeah, we searched the chest for secrets.
Search the chest for secrets. Okay. You do not find any secret compartments in that chest. Okay, so checking that that door, Ockar, it is not locked.
Okay. I guess I'll push it open.
Okay. All right, that is the officer's mess. You would guess that the furniture in there, which is in pretty good shape, pretty good quality, probably plundered from another vessel.
Are we avoiding that area?
Yes, it's fine. I'm only going to make a point about it for going outside at this point, because you guys know enough. It has a table, chairs around it, and cabinets for plates, cups, that sort of thing. None of it is particularly valuable, but it's good, solid quality, that sort of thing.
Besides, I quite like the design of the ship because you can see what comes in and out. In a way.
Yeah.
I guess we'll check this room next, if you guys are good with that.
Sure. I also unlocked this door because it just happens to be there.
The one on the side?
Yeah.
That just leads back out to the hall. It's not locked. And you'd also be able to open this one on the back room of that chamber. That is the galley and larder for the officers. It's just got some food and stuff like that in it.
Is there any piece of paper or any like written down like meetings, notes, anything?
Nothing that you see.
Hmm.
They don't keep the minutes of their meetings.
Apparently not.
No, they're not as good as we are with that.
Braxon says, "Hang on a second. Your thought capture thing might work in here. Do you need us to back out the room?"
That small room is the larder. It's the galley and larder.
Oh, sorry.
That's for cooking. The other one is a ship's mess for the officers. That might have something.
I mean,
but a few people have been through there, so.
The one that I'm really concerned about was the orc, because he's gone. He's a lost card at this point.
Yeah, we already got the prisoners. So let's try this room. I
Okay.
also maybe want to do thought capture in the navigation room, but that's just me.
Yeah, I'll be doing the other ones throughout the time if we're towing the ship back to the Elven Navy or whatever. We'll have time on that, but
push
it's just...
door.
All right, that door is locked.
Lafdul?
Try the keys, then eventually Red Njord's.
Okay. The only one that works is the master key.
Alright, so it's either... Well, who's the other guy we haven't searched? Oh well.
That is pretty obviously Njord's room itself.
Mm.
It is a luxurious room, high quality, comfortable furniture, in matching shades, blue and various shades of blue that complement each other and stuff like that. Either he managed to find, either he plundered another captain's chamber, or he specifically purchased all this stuff for himself. Looking around that room, you actually, there's some cabinets for personal items, clothing, and stuff like that. He does not have a chest that you see for personal wealth.
Okay, does he have anything that looks like a visible shrine or anything?
Do you have religion?
Do you want me to roll that?
If you have religion, go ahead and roll it. If you have a religion proficiency.
Yeah.
Okay. That's okay. It takes you a bit, but you do find a small secret shrine to Loki.
What does it appear to be made out of?
It's just wood.
Okay, I'm gonna break it.
Okay.
Isn't he part of your pantheon?
Yes, but he's the evil god of the pantheon, basically.
Yeah, but he's still part of it.
Would you want to break a shrine? Would you want to break a shrine of Loth?
She's a separate pantheon from mine, is it, Shield?
Sort of.
The Dark Sardine.
I mean, if he wants to break it, that's up to him.
I wasn't sure if this was gonna have repercussions for you, because
it might, but if he feels that that's what he wants to do, then that's perfectly fine for him to do.
Braxon says to Ockar, if he hasn't already broken it.
He's already broken it.
Oh, he's already broken it.
Yeah,
I've broken it.
Yeah, he basically found. It was like, Shrine of Loki, smash before anyone can you might have gotten out a kind of thing, like a and then it's broken. So
you don't like this Loki fellow, do you?
Braxon says to Ockar, next time you see one of those, you might want to get someone to check it's not magical, in case it blows up or something.
Well, this time it didn't
Yeah.
blow up.
Loki
So-
is the god of trickery and evil, and the one who'll bring about the end. Who'll bring about the end times.
Exactly. So he might have traps on his shrines.
Now, sometimes it's worth it to take that risk.
Not every
yeah,
god
yeah,
of trickery is bad, you know.
He's
Ah,
gonna.
they're all
He's
bad.
He's gonna bring about Ragnarok,
Ragnarok.
the end of everything.
Oh, well, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, but at the end of everything just means you just go to the afterlife.
No, everything,
Oh.
even the afterlife.
All right. Did you want to do anything else in that room?
We search the room
Yeah,
generally.
search it for items and stuff.
Okay. All right. You find no valuables. You find no obvious chests or anything like that, and you do not find any secret compartments.
Let's say at a glance appraisal, this room looks opulent.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's in the thousands based on materials of the furnishing.
Hard to say, but
All right, 1,000 maybe.
it could fetch some additional money.
Yeah.
All right. Next
A
room.
shrine was worth
Yeah,
like
next room.
10,000.
It's
Okay.
better off destroyed.
So the key that works on that door is one that you found on the helmsman.
Was he the wizard guy that kept being annoying and teleporting everywhere?
And that was the Auroch. They were also copying the same portfolio, the image, the avatar. For some reason, they were copying each other. Or one was copying the other. Sorry.
Well, I mean, ultimately, you don't know what the relationship was with them. But a guy who looked like the guy who you killed on the helm, you also fought outside. So, who knows?
Have we heard of doppelgangers?
You've heard of doppelgangers, yeah. You've seen a doppelganger in your adventuring. Well, some of you have.
Where was that? Oh wait, no, yeah,
Long time ago, yeah.
See, when I got killed, I lost a lot of those memories.
Yeah, apparently so.
I thought that book drained most of your memories.
So this room is dark. It has black and purple draperies. There's some magical lights in the ceiling, but they're not the bright continual light. They're significantly dimmer. So it lets you
fairy
see
lights?
things, but no. You'd guess perhaps a modification of continual
So
light.
is this the helmsman's room?
Maybe. I mean,
The head wizard.
you can draw the conclusions that you want. That's
Well,
he
right.
had the key that worked.
Well, okay, but I got never said can someone else write, so I want to know what to call it. Has it got a room number then?
Just call it the wizards. The helm. The helm.
Wizard's room.
The male wizard helms.
I'm going to call it helmsman's room.
That's fine. So the light is it's dim light hanging from the ceiling. Their drapery is mostly covering the window as well, so not a whole lot of light would come in from outside.
So is it a magical light?
Oh god,
So-
did you say black? I almost thought I heard you say black robes at one point.
No,
already had
Hammer
some
on-
black ropes.
Hungaron said that in Twitch chat.
No.
I mean, you don't know a whole lot about the wizards of this sphere, so.
I read that and I got flashbacks to a certain set of black robes that killed Leva.
Yeah, see, I wanted to make a joke, but that would be. It wasn't a. She didn't have a graceful end. She was brought back to life, so that's all good.
She got better.
Okay. Braxon comes in and says, "Should we get those draperies off the window?" See what you're looking at.
I mean, so the room is dim, but not like dark. It's so it's not bright, but you can still see the furniture and everything around. There is a bed, of course. There's a bookshelf against one wall. Personal chest rests at the foot of the bed.
And search traps on.
And there's also a cabinet as well.
I searched the entire room for traps because this is a wizard's every square inch.
All right.
I mean, other than where we walked. This is like the last room, so I got all the time in the world, I suppose.
Did the stairs go even further up, or is it?
They do. They do go further up.
Oh.
So you do not find any traps on the cabinet. You do not find any traps on the shelf itself. You do not find any traps on the chest.
You do not find any traps, Sam. I am.
Yeah, well, you say that until you don't check one day, and everything disappears.
Yeah.
What's your afterlife called, Valhalla? You'll end up there one day, and you won't even know how you even got there.
You only really go to Valhalla if you die in battle.
Braxon says maybe those books are spell books.
You have to die in battle?
Yes, you have to die in battle to go to Valhalla. Otherwise, if you die from illness or something, you go down to hell.
Oh. So if you fell over and died because you hit your head too hard?
It depends. If I hit my head too hard in the middle of a fight, then that would probably be okay.
Hmm.
Maybe we should have this theology discussion another day, gentlemen.
Oh, Lafdul's thing about searching the room. He's done.
Yep. You did not find any. Well,
should we?
You need to. I mean, if you don't want to open things, that's okay too.
No. This is where we're at. I'm at the opening the chest stage.
Yeah, open it.
Have I also regenerated more hit points?
Yeah, it's fine. You get.
It's been a lot of searching.
Get 6 more hit points, I think.
Uh,
It's probably been an hour overall.
He's expecting the chest to explode and kill us.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so you're using one of the keys, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Inside you find clothing, personal effects, that sort of thing. You find 4 pearls.
4 pearls.
Oh, we might need those.
Are they any sort of special pearls, or just put pearls?
They're just pearls.
100 gold pearls, or?
You'd have to.
Oh.
Yeah. 203 bronze pieces.
203 bronze pieces.
88 iron pieces.
88 iron pieces.
And 299 steel pieces.
299 steel pieces. How about the books? Do you want to check books, Lafdul? See if they look magical?
I can skim over the spines of them. But I assume that would be something Odd would tell us later.
No, I'll give you the names now.
Yeah, I'm looking at them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You find a bunch of the books are history, strategy tomes. There's a bestiary. There are 4 that grab your eye. Liber Enchantum Condensus.
Librum.
I will give you the names later.
It's for the Twitch chat.
Treatise on Enspelling Creatures. On the Mystic Geometries of Protections against Devils and Devas.
Ooh.
Cracking of Bone and Splitting of Skin. Harm without touch.
Now, Lafdul is interested in that, weirdly enough. He's always interested in creative methods of harming people. Probably necromantic magic, but hey.
You think? I wonder if a book about cracking bone, splitting skin, harm without touch could be necromancy.
Hey, evocation?
I wonder. Okay, and you do not want to search the room that the orcish fellow came out of. Correct?
Not until tomorrow.
Okay.
Unless we're parting company, then I guess we would have to.
No, we can do that in world space.
Yeah.
We're going upstairs. We can
Upstairs.
sit in orbit above the North Pole for a day or two if you need to do loads of spells.
We do a general search in that room, though.
You did. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, let me move you to the upper deck. Hold on a second.
Got
Yes,
an
the upper deck
idea.
where we can play with cards.
Got an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get something like. Oh, I've moved on the map, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll move us.
Oh, okay. The next room down from that room that Lafdul wants cordoned off. Can Braxon tie something from that doorway or the door handle to the staircase?
Sure.
And can he go into the Helm Room from the other way and block that off? So we can just tell our crew and the crew of the other ships we've blocked off part of the ship because Lafdul wants to cast some spells there. Please don't cross those lines.
Close the door and just put up a sign that says "Do not enter" on the door too.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, but I mean from the inside.
A piece of charcoal.
Yeah. He just wants to mark it off.
That's fine.
No, I appreciate the flavor.
All right, so this area on this deck, this is clearly not only does it have doors leading elsewhere, but there's a number of winches for rigging. The right outside of the bow portion of the room, the forward top part, is a mast, and this chamber has the rigging mechanisms for getting the sails up on that mast. The stairs do not go up any further from here.
Can we check this way?
Yeah, I can't imagine him being trapped. Well, you never know, but hey.
All right. Let's see. Okay. That room is a set of quarters. There are 3 bunks in there, and there is a strong acidic smell in here.
Acidic?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone... Wait. Finn, don't you recognize recreational drug usage? It smells.
Not that kind of acid.
Oh.
Oh, this must be one of those creatures. Is there any weapon near the acid?
No.
Creature.
There's no. You don't see acid. You just smell the smell of acid.
The Draconians.
Yeah, but Braxon doesn't know they're called Draconians.
Yeah, you are. Starnet's told us.
Okay.
I guess
Even
we can
called them-
search it.
You can search it.
Sure.
Is it the...
Search.
You do not find any valuables. There is some spare equipment in there, but it's just serviceable. It's nothing special.
Does it look like there was a fight in that room?
No.
I'm sorry I've painted Finn as our recreational drugs investigation officer. Prohibition. He has the honorary title for some reason in my head.
I don't think Finn investigates alcoholic bears.
Well, fermented mead.
Do you?
You guys are going all over the place with this, I swear. But no, you don't find any secret compartments or anything in there either.
Do you do the mirror one? Because it's probably the other three.
Should I write down that room's empty on our sheet?
It's up to you. You check that other room, and indeed it is a mirror. There are 3 bunks in there, the same strong smell of acid. And searching that, you do not find any valuables. Some spare equipment, but it's just serviceable.
Sorry, looks like someone else was already writing. Probably Leva.
I mean, if you don't find anything interesting, do you need to write it down? I don't know. It's up to you.
Okay.
It's more to recognize the rooms.
Okay.
More than
We've
anything.
searched them.
All right. That's
Sorry,
fine.
Leva. I clicked on the other cell. I thought you weren't writing.
But hey, Bozak,
I was writing.
No, I know.
don't-
I didn't realise she was back. Because you
because
broke someone else right.
the Star Knights called them by their names.
I don't remember if they called them by the specific name.
Oh, they might have said Draconian. I just call them Draconian rooms, I guess, then. Draconian soldiers.
So, what do you want to do now?
It's 2 rooms, isn't there?
There's more doors.
This one?
Yep. All right. So that door is not locked. Neither were those other 2 doors, by the way. That leads onto a hallway, and it leads to a door that clearly goes out onto an outer deck at the stern of it.
I say we check the mill room.
Sure.
And you'll also, just checking through that hallway, you'll see that that wraps around there, so you'd open that up. All right, so you want to check the middle room?
Probably the other mess.
That is not locked.
Braxon going from the far side.
And I'll open up
Oh,
both
this-
those doors. So this is another mess hall. It's also functions as a galley. The food that is stored here is it's unappetizing. It's not spoiled, but it is not kept well. Whoever ate didn't care that much about the quality of their food. You don't find any valuables in here.
I guess the side rooms then.
Yeah. I think
Okay.
they're the last rooms.
Okay, you open up that door. It is not locked. There are 4 bunks in here. And again, you smell that strong acidic smell again. Searching that, you will not find anything of particular note.
I guess the southern room then is our best option.
Well,
think
the
that's
southern the stern doors lead out to an outer deck.
Yeah. So we.
You want to check this last door?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
That door is locked.
Oh.
Master key.
Where's the Aurochs room? Did we the key was in the thing that got destroyed. Oh well. Yeah, it's probably Master Key.
Okay. All right. This is very different from the other rooms up here. It's well appointed. A large bed in the aft section of the chamber. There is a small desk, but not a desk with like drawers or anything. It's clearly a desk for writing and stuff like that. And
We'll search it then.
let's see.
Hmm,
There are
is
no
the Auroch?
there are no cabinets or anything in here.
Harold?
Yep.
Can I roll spellcraft on the wondering if a draconian scale is the equivalent of the dragon type for terms of magical usage.
You can go ahead and roll spellcraft, yeah.
I mean, you probably already know. Da, 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 da.
How close did Leva get to the Draconians?
I don't actually remember. Was there a reason you were asking?
See if you had any.
Because of the skins, the malted skin that we found.
That wasn't
When
reptilian
those-
skin. Down on the lower levels, that was from the plasmoid.
Okay.
Lafdul, you don't know.
I was wondering if there are any scales in this room that we could be collected.
I mean, you can look around the rooms to try and find some scales.
Yeah, yeah, I was going to do that.
You do not find any scales.
Oh. I'm so sad there's no draconian scales.
So you do find beneath the bed, and not just resting beneath the bed, but like beneath and up in the ribbing of the bed. So you really had to search to find this. A small strong box.
Hey, Braxon, we found something under the bed. Well, technically in the bed, but oh, can be removed?
Yep.
Remove it. I search it for traps.
Okay. It has a trap on it. Looks like there's a spring-loaded needle trap.
See, I told you something would be trapped.
Well spotted.
Does anyone? Oh, am I the only one that can cure poison? Leva, you got that cream, haven't you?
There's that staff.
Oh yeah. All right. Just
If you
make
want-
sure Solas is around when I do this, because in case.
If you want, I can try and chop the.
No,
Hinge it
I'll
off.
disarm it.
And it's a metal strongbox.
Can I attempt to disarm it without triggering it, or is there always an inherent chance?
There's always an inherent chance to trigger.
Alright. Who knows? I mean,
But you can
I
still
got
try
ring
to...
regeneration. Yeah,
Yeah, alright.
I got ring regeneration. I'll just, won't die, but it'll be painful.
Alright. I mean, because the thing is that sometimes triggering the trap is how you disarm it. You just trigger it in such a way that it wouldn't hurt you.
Can I attempt to salvage the poison?
No.
Oh.
No. You do trigger the trap and then break the mechanism so that it does not pose any danger.
Aw. Might want to keep that box, I will.
Did
Okay.
you want to try?
It doesn't matter, it's broken now. Once it's broken, I'm sad.
I don't know. He might let you try to open it without breaking off the.
It's alright, if I wanted something, I could just get it made, so.
Yeah, it's just a
Yeah.
trap that's broken. And you can always try and repair it.
Yeah. Yeah, we searched the contents.
Well, you gotta open it first.
Oh. It's locked.
It is locked, yeah.
I attempt to
Wouldn't
use my
be very
cunning,
good to have a trap on it if it's not locked, if you can just open it.
Yeah. You didn't search for the second trap.
well,
I'm only joking.
there was always a chance for a glyph of warding on the inside, but you don't know.
So you can try to pick
Yeah.
it. You try to pick it, and you realize that this is magically locked.
I used my grand power today. Well, this is one for tomorrow. Can't do anything about it today. Unless someone knows the knock spell. No, we're not breaking into it.
You can just break into it.
Yeah. We don't know what's in there, so we'll just have to say a strong box.
I mean,
It's magically
again,
locked.
like, you don't have to have a thief in the party. You can just smash through doors and chests and
Yeah,
stuff like
but
that.
there's a chance of breaking the contents. And I know
Yeah.
when there is a thief in the party,
Huh?
it just means we'll open it up tomorrow.
Okay. All right. So the only other chambers on here are the doors at the rear deck, which only you, Lafdul, and Leva can go out.
Do we know the name of the deities in this sphere?
You've heard of some of them, yeah.
The famous ones, like Takesis.
I mean, some planets are named after them and stuff like that, so yeah.
No, because I'm going to try seeing if that's the secret word for the lock.
Okay.
We
That
allowed
does
to
not
go
do
through
anything.
Hold.
Mm-hmm.
We're allowed to go through the doors to clean the map up.
Once the doors are open, yeah, but the doors haven't been opened
Oh,
by the people who can
sorry.
open them.
I will try to open the door. I announce that I'm opening the door with a symbol, potentially outside.
Alright, I'll open up the other one too. So, out on that rear deck, not only do you see the bodies of Vringer and Blother, there's also a number of electrocuted humans. Clearly crew.
Lafdul looks a bit smug, and also in awe of how powerful that spell is.
This is where the people that you killed with the lightning were. Blother was almost killed by it too. He failed his saving throw. He was down to like 7 hit points.
I drag the corpses inside the room so people can help me search.
Okay. Let's see. What do they have on them? They do have keys. So there is that. Which body do you want to search first?
Is it Vringer?
Vringer or Blother?
Yeah, do Vringer.
Okay. Alright, let's see.
We haven't got a section for Vringer. We've got his chest, his ring.
To see.
Actually, should we just include and his body so we can all put it all together. So
does he have a love potion on him?
What?
Well, because he'd be a dead ringer for love.
Oh God.
So
you missed a
who votes
V in that name.
Who votes that he gets demoted for that joke?
But look, I haven't had a pun all episode.
To be fair, he hasn't.
There's only 20 minutes left. I'm getting desperate.
That was still the worst.
Hammeran gave you some bits for
You
it.
only got 5 bits for that joke too.
He's heckling me with 5 bits. Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you for all 5 of those bits.
All right, so on Vringer, you find some leather armor, a short sword, a wheellock pistol, a pouch with 20 shot and smoke powder for that. He has a lyre made of mahogany and inlaid with a lyre. It's like a small harp type instrument.
Lyre.
Yeah.
Yes, I just.
Inlaid with ivory, and it has golden strings.
For the moment, it's enough that it's a liar.
That's fine. Yeah, no. Some of this is for the viewers.
Okay.
The wheellock pistol has a steel barrel and a dark oak grip.
Okay.
You also find a clear liquid in a purple flask. Purple glass flask, I'm sorry.
Purple glass.
And a bright blue floral-smelling liquid in a ceramic jar. And, of course, his keys. And he also has some lockpicks on him.
I asked Ockar, was he a musical player?
A bard, maybe.
Wow.
Let me think.
Ockar, you don't remember him having any particular music skills, but he may not have displayed them, or he may have picked them up after leaving.
I don't remember him being musically inclined, but he might have learned to be a bard after he left.
Okay, and then you want to check Blother?
Yep.
Second, we have nothing for him either. Yeah, we have a room, but we have nothing else.
Just write on the room then.
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Okay. You find on him a pair of matching hand axes, a throwing axe, which is a black-hafted axe with silver inlaid filigree and carved runes on the head.
Hey, that's one for Braxon.
That's the one that returns. It's the returning hand.
Yes, you see, because he always drops his weapon, so he can throw it and miss, and then it will come back to him.
Keep in mind that would not be a battle axe proficiency.
It's a throwing axe one.
Ockar, what languages can you read?
Is there an openness?
I think I can read Common, and I believe also, like, Norse.
You do have that written down?
Well, wait.
On your character sheet?
No. I have... The languages I have are Common, Dwarven, and Elven, and I think the only one I can read is Common.
Okay. You recognize the runes, but you can't read them.
This might be Norse. We could take it back and somebody else in my family could translate it, perhaps, or
We have
somebody at the
spells
temple.
to do that.
That too. But that's clearly old Norse, or whatever you would call it.
In this situation, you'd probably say the language of your ancestors. You never bothered to learn it, since no one
the language
wasn't
of my
used very often.
ancestors.
He also has on him a suit of mail armor, and this mail armor has a slight golden sheen to it. And finally, he has a steel flask with a golden honey-scented liquid inside.
So these guys are loaded with potions.
And, of course, keys. Yeah, if only they'd gotten a chance to use more of them. I really was planning to do that.
Well, especially when you know what the items are.
Well, I mean, yeah, they knew what the items are.
Yeah, we can search Bluffer's room.
Alright, you want to go down and do that?
I think that's the last room, other than the one room we're leaving till tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't think I need
believe.
to
Sounds good.
drag your tokens over there. Give me a second.
Yeah, we still have to search the eel ship too, don't we?
You did not... What about Vringer's room?
Oh, and Ringer's room.
Okay.
Yeah, too. Sure,
So
we
search
need to
both
search
of them.
Finger's room and then the entire eel ship. And then the
Okay.
buildings in the cave.
Most of the cave has been searched, so you don't need to
It's
worry
just
too much about that.
open barns storage.
It was two sheds with stores and bunks.
Okay, so in Vringer's room, you use his key to open up his chest.
Yeah.
Okay. You find inside 83 copper pieces, 245 bronze pieces, 301 iron pieces, 407 steel pieces, a gold ring with a single pearl, and a silver necklace with 3 dangling black tourmalines. And of course, I'll give you those descriptions afterwards.
Yes. Thank you. Is that it?
That's it for Vringer's room. Blother's room.
What? But just a second. I have to change that
Okay.
because I put that into Blogger's room.
That's
Cut
fine.
it out.
Yeah, I did.
Just let me know when you're ready.
It will take a little.
That's fine.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Ready for Blothers?
Not
Ringer?
Hmm?
Ringer had lockpicks?
Vringer had lockpicks, yeah.
Oh, I want them.
right.
Well, maybe not. Well, no, because I don't know if they're being divvied up, so to speak.
All right.
But obviously something I would be interested in, obviously.
Okay. In Blother's chamber, in his chest, you find 337 copper pieces.
337.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
87 bronze pieces.
Mm-hmm.
57 iron pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And 114 steel pieces.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. We've got a little bit of time. I could pop you over to the eel if you want to quickly search that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Give
Once
me
you get it over and
just
done with.
a second. I just need to clear off all the old tokens from when you were on there before. Okay, so some of you were already on here. I'm actually probably just gonna duplicate your tokens so you can see both decks because it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, I've got full hit points at this point.
Yeah,
missing
that's fine.
3.
That's fine. Roll 20. Come on, play nice.
Could somebody write down the rooms? Because then I'm going to stick here and just keep on writing.
Yeah, I'll do
Oh, okay. I'll stay out of the way then.
I can help with the simple stuff. Simple. That feels a bit simple.
You look after the traps, so we don't die. We want to be able to spend all that money.
I mean, Lafdul could get a case of the done when he gets psychic surgery and goes back to Brawl.
Okay, so you guys should be able to see the upper deck, which doesn't really have anything of note on it, but just to clear it up, and the lower deck down here. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, there's my twin.
All right. Let's see.
Sard's keys, I guess.
Yeah, so you find some more cargo, not a whole lot. The eel is mostly empty of cargo. And
Were there any leftover pieces that I saw on the pirate base?
it looks like whatever they had on here cargo-wise, they've already taken off. There might be some stuff left on here that they were planning to sell at some point in the future. But yeah, at this point, most of it's been removed. I'm going to say that you went through some rooms already. I mean, there's no valuables in a lot of this because it doesn't have that much. Because in a lot of ways it is a shuttle. But you discover that the key you got off the dwarf Sard, his master key works on these doors, as does Njord's. So Sard had a master key for this vessel. The first room, starting at the bottom, the stern of the vessel, going up. that is a galley and mess. It's often used as crew quarters on trips, you realize, because there's some hammocks that are folded up into a little cabinet. And off that room is the pantry, and there's some food storage in there. The next room is set aside for crew quarters as well. We're going to skip the very next room because you will probably need to do some specific stuff on that. You might want to be careful with that door because you'd realize that is Sard's quarters. The last room before getting to the Helm Room, that is set aside for an acting captain. You'd realize it's pretty plain. There's no, no personal items in there, that sort of thing. And then there's the Helm Room all the way at the bow of the ship. And
I have to detect traps for Sarge room.
Yeah, hold on. The Helm Room has a comfortable and delicate wooden chair carved with oak leaves along the back and arms. Lafdul would recognize this as particularly elven in design.
Elven helm, probably.
Mm.
Considering invisibility.
Yeah, if it is the helm making the ship invisible.
That's a shame. I would hope we
Yeah, if it
be able
belongs to the elves, we'll have to offer it back to them.
Yeah, Apple hates himself so much right now.
Okay, so you've got the door to Sard's quarters. Did you want to search that, or did you just want to open it?
Lafdul, do you think?
It's up to Lafdul whether he wants to search it or not.
I was muted. Yeah, I had some interesting choice commentary on the helm. Oh well, I missed that.
So
keep
keep in mind that Finn has been in that room. I think you were a mouse, Finn.
Started as a snake and then left as a mouse.
Okay, so yeah, I think you might have gone in there as a snake. So he's been under the door. So that gives you some idea of what there is. You're searching for a trap, Lafdul?
Yeah, I am, because
Okay.
I know he's a priest.
You do not find a trap on the door.
Suspiciously open the door.
Okay. Nothing happens when you unlock the door and open it.
I search for traps as I go in the room.
All right.
On the floor, where the archway.
Inside, you do not find any traps in the room itself. There is a comfortable bed. There is a cabinet that is locked and a chest that is locked.
Search for chest traps on the cabinet first.
Okay. So the cabinet, you do not detect any traps on the cabinet.
Alright, then I open the cabinet.
Okay. There's a variety of priestly spell components in here, nothing of particular value, though.
It gives me an idea of what kind of priest he was, I guess.
Yeah. Also, most of the time they keep the value because most people only have a handful of the valuable stuff. They'll keep it on themselves.
Yeah, unless he got a bag of holding.
Yeah. Did you want to search the chest?
Traps and open.
Okay. You do not find a trap on the chest.
Once I've opened both of them, I will obviously search for secret compartments.
Okay. You want to open it now?
Yeah. Please.
Okay. Inside, you find some coinage. 344 copper pieces. 245 bronze pieces. 302 iron pieces.
302.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
821 steel pieces.
Mm-hmm.
113 platinum pieces.
Mm. Nice. Is that it?
Yep.
Any secret compartments in any of them? In the cabinet and the chest?
Let's see. On the
Also
cabinet,
search.
you do not find any on the cabinet. On the chest, you do not find any on the chest. You do find a small notebook in the chest. You cannot read the contents of the notebook.
We can try tomorrow.
Does it seem like something that has to be prayed over for a wizard to read magic over?
You're not sure. You don't recognize what it's written in.
Oh, is it a language or a magical language? Can we tell that much?
You think it's a language. You think it's normal writing.
Oh. Does it look like the similar runes that I've got on my short sword?
No.
I cannot read Dwarven, so I do not know Dwarger.
He's not a Dwarger.
Yeah, I know, but it might have been in that language, so.
He's a Krynnish gnome. If it's in a
Oh.
Dwarven language, it's in a Krynnish
gnome.
Dwarven language. But you don't recognize what it's written in.
Oh, maybe one of the knights might. Dumb. I mean, other than general searching the rooms for secret.
You want to search the rest of the ship for secrets?
Yeah.
All right, you don't find any.
Stay. Yeah. General pass them.
All right, so let's drag you guys back to the docking cavern. So you'll spend the rest of the day and evening, like getting the cargo inventoried, getting it loaded up on some of the ships, perhaps. You're going to want to decide between this session and next how you're getting out. Like, are you going to have people piloting all the ships out? Who is towing what? What stuff is going to be on what? Remember, the Star Knights and the Octave Arcana offered to... Basically, they'll take care of anything that you do not want to deal with in terms of, like, the cargo, and they'll send on the money to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd imagine that you would want to personally return elven items to the elves.
Yeah.
That might be something to think about. The elven captive that they have, he'll wake up this evening, so next session you guys can talk to him, figure out what's going on. Lafdul, you and Theoskeen and Priasant will go over the items, figure out what they're worth, so you can get a proper distribution of that. However, the magic stuff, I'm going to hand wave, and I'm not going to care about casting and detect magic and stuff like that, and I'll let you know up front what is magical, so that you can decide then and there who gets what. But you're going to need to spend time identifying anything that you decide to keep.
Okay, so we can't just get everything auto-identified thanks to having this big crew.
Correct. Because the problem is that Identify takes 8 hours per casting.
Pearls.
And pearls, and you don't have the time for that. But, like, a lot of this stuff can be handled pretty quickly, whereas up in orbit, you can take some more time to figure stuff out. But since everyone's down here and you can split stuff up, they're going to be eager to get going. They're willing to take some risks and gambles on items and say, that looks like an interesting item, I'll take it even though I don't know what it is exactly, kind of thing. And they're going to be expecting the same of you.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. So they wouldn't want to stay in orbit and
they might spend a day, but they're not going to be interested in spending a week up in orbit.
No,
fair enough.
They've done what they came to do, and now they want to go on to their next thing. They're not
Yeah.
adventurous
Well,
like we are.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, the Octave Arcana.
So the Octave Arcane, they're gonna say the Star Knights are not interested in any of the research material, the books, all that stuff, because they're all knights. The Octave Arcane is
Got
gonna. They have a wizard, but they're interested in anything on the Spelljammer itself. So what they're gonna say is they're fine with you taking all of the books, with the condition that if any of them turn out to have information on the Spelljammer, you send it to them.
Yeah.
That's
Sounds
fine.
reasonable.
Fair
And,
enough.
and they're fine, like not even considering the worth of that book, those books as part of the overall loot. So you guys can just keep all that stuff.
You never know. Some distant time in the future, we might go after the Spelljammer and we might do a joint venture.
And they will say that if you ever come across any rumors or information, concrete information about the Spelljammer, that you send it on to them.
I assume we're okay trading contact information. Like we operate in Bra, generally speaking.
Yeah.
It's easier for them to contact us than us for them.
Yeah. They will dwarves are a good group to handle carrying information, as are the Seekers. If you need to send information to them, either of those groups should be pretty good, and you're on good terms with both of them.
Yeah, and you were saying that the Star Knights will be more interested in the local money than the non-local money.
But same with the Octave Arcane. If let's say, so you got 500 silver pieces, foreign silver pieces. If you had also gotten 500 bronze pieces, or whatever the breakdown is going to be, they'd be perfectly fine with you taking all of the silver and they'd take all the bronze between the two of them, kind of thing. If it was even that way, which it's not, but just hypothetical.
Yeah.
So
Sounds good.
they're not interested in any of that, and they're happy for you guys to take all of that, and they get more of the local currency.
I do wonder if the Star Knights want to if they want the eel ship or something to upgrade as the Dragonfly or whatever.
They're not. The eel ship is not a great ship, even though it is bigger than the Dragonfly. It's considered slow and not very maneuverable, and it's not as good for landing for what they're, as far as they're concerned.
You're still ferry people mainly.
Yeah. So they're not interested in that as an upgrade. Again, they're willing to. Their ship could tow the eel ship. If you wanted to take the helm to, if you think it's an elven thing, and return it to them or offer it to them, and they're fine towing that and scrapping it and sharing the money. Same thing with the octopus. They're fine. If you want the Octave Arcane or the Star Knights to handle scrapping it,
I'm fine with that.
or if you want to handle that, they're fine with that. Either way, as long as and you'll just send on money to them, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm fine with them handling the ships. We need to take the whatever the giant insect things are to the Elven Navy.
You can always discuss this tomorrow in a group thing. So.
Yeah, and that's I'm just trying to give you kind of the rundown of what that is. And again, you can if you wanted to keep the ship and get it back to Brawl, pilot it back to Brawl and leave it at your asteroid, they're mostly okay. They'd basically say just give us a token amount of money in exchange, and it doesn't need to be add on a few more thousand or a few more of the valuable treasures or something like that, or an extra magic item in exchange. They're fine with that. They're not interested in the ship. If you're just going to scrap it, it's just some extra money. So,
yeah,
how you want to handle that is going to be up to you. I'm just trying to give you guys how they're going to feel. Do you have any questions on how they would react to certain specific types of things?
Cool. Well, the one thing I would say is we heard about some other pirates in the sphere, and we might want to stick around and do a couple of other things to get extra value out of the journey. Is there any of those other pirate ships? Would the Star Knights be interested in the ship if we recover it?
Not really. They don't have enough people, and especially having lost 2 knights, it would require them to hire crew, and they're just not really interested in
Oh
that.
yeah, but the offer for the elixir of life, whatever, is still on the table for them if they wanted.
They appreciate that offer, but they will decline.
Okay.
They're going to consult with their deities and figure out if they even want to be resurrected. You know, I mean, they're going on to their heaven, so
Okay.
they died fighting dragon. You know, good stuff. So
there was some talk about maybe going to Kryn. Would they want us to bring up some more Knights of Solamnia?
No, they'll handle everything like that.
Yeah, they can handle that.
Obviously, this might happen next week, but obviously there would be discussion of the viability of where we can land on Kryn.
Yeah, and information like that. I'm more like, because you guys should the valuables should be split ASAP.
Yeah.
So that's more what I'm want to know if you have any specific questions about that you want to ask on stream. Obviously, I'll be around all week if you have further questions.
We've made a list of it and put ticks on what we were interested in. There's a couple of people that had problems looking at that list.
There is more stuff now, obviously.
Okay, but you don't have anything that you want to clarify with their interests.
There was the Manticore that we're not sure if we were going to bother keeping that. I mean, I think I was the only one that was vaguely interested in it, but it was like a vague best because I got the chainmail.
Okay.
I think that was one of the items that was probably going to go to them for certain.
All right. Then in that case, we will call it a session here. Let's go ahead and do some XP.
Cool.
That is going to be 1,000 XP for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Ockar, 500 XP for you.
Okay.
And I will give you guys the breakdown of the items, the descriptions after the session.
Do I get XP for finding traps and opening locks? Because I opened 2.
Yes. You found a trap. So that is going to be, I think, 100 XP. I don't think...
There was one that I opened, but we didn't realize we didn't know about the key.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Until after.
That doesn't count.
Alright, 100 for my thief.
Yep.
660, yeah.
All right. Any last questions before we end the session?
Did Ockar get bonus for...
You did. You got 500.
Destroying... Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what the 500?
Oh, yeah.
I was for like the idol thing. I wasn't sure if it was relevant.
That was what that was for.
Is Tyr... I don't know this game, but is Tyr enemies with Loki?
Yeah.
Alright, I didn't know that also.
They're like opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, I knew they were opposites, but I didn't know there was like open warfare or whatever.
It's not, but so again, keep in mind that there's a difference between how the followers and the deities act. Deities can be kind of friendly, and followers can hate each other. Deities can hate each other, and followers can be whatever.
The way that I see it is that the Church of Tyr, at least on Brawl, does not like followers of Loki at all, if they're at odds.
Yeah. But the thing is that the thing about Loki is that Loki and his followers can almost always be trusted to assist in existential threats.
Yes.
So that keeps them just above board enough, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he was perfectly within his rights to go smash that little shrine. So.
One quick question that we can ask the other people.
I can work with a follower of Loki, but I don't have to like it.
Yeah, what was that, Braxon?
We found 8 giant statues that were religious in the Black Dragon Horde. Do any of them recognize them as local gods?
No, they don't.
Okay.
They don't. But that's mainly because they're not familiar with the giantish interpretation of the deities.
I guess we ask our guides.
Um,
Are any of them evil statues?
Not really. They're all well made and everything like that. It's they're not gonna. They're perfectly fine with you selling them off, kind of thing.
But do they know who the god, what
I
gods represent them?
Didn't detail that, so yeah, they'd probably recognize them, and they're generally going to be more along the neutral, naturey gods. But they're not necessarily swamp giant idols. They might be hill giant or bosk giant idols.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Because I thought if they were the local ones, we might want to donate them to a temple or something.
No, it's not necessary for the giants. Like every community has some of those, and you can sell these off-world.
Okay, thanks.
Good.
All right, and I'll give you the values of all of that stuff too, because Lafdul's going to go over that with Priasant and Theoskeen.
Do you, obviously, I won't need to do appraisal with you throughout the week then.
No, you won't. Because I'm just going to give you the flat value so you can split this up appropriately.
Yeah. I think what we will do if we're going to split up boxes and stuff is we'll, because Lafdul's worked out where all the keys go, we'll probably put the keys in the lock boxes or something at some point.
That's fine. All right. All right. I want to thank you guys for coming out and playing. We'll be back next week for more. And I want to thank everyone out there for watching. It's been a blast. I hope you've enjoyed it. And soon we'll see what the elves have to say about you returning their stuff.
Thanks for the game. Thanks for everyone who watched.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
I know.
Together this.
I know one thing I'm gonna ask them. I'm gonna ask them to give us a letter to take back to our Elven Navy about what we did to work to pay off a huge amount of our debt.
Oh, you don't mention that, because every time we mention it, we never get it wiped off.
Yeah, we're not saying that.
Well, I want to thank you guys. We'll be back next week. See you then, everyone.
See ya.
Thanks a lot.